Tower Fantasy has finally had its global launch, and with that has come a large amount of servers and many questions about what server to pick. So let's chat a bit about the things you'll need to know when picking your server. Firstly, it's super important to note that the game does default you to a server and not one you necessarily want to play on. So you want to make sure that you click on the server name when first getting into the game in order to change your server/region. When you're presented with the server menu, you'll notice that you have regions and then servers. The region is important for ping rate, but after that, the server that you pick is entirely up to you. You can, of course, play in a different region than you're from, just know that you might have a few ping rate issues. Now for picking your server, there are a few things to be aware of. Your server is where everything is stored. Your character, weapons, stored gacha pulls, etc. So if you switch to a different server, even if it's in the same region, you're starting all over again. You get a new UID and everything. A server with a green icon means that it's pretty open, not a ton of people on it. Yellow means that there's a fair amount of people, fair amount of traffic, and red means it's pretty busy and could possibly have a queue when loading in, especially that first time. I have experienced my server being in the red, but being able to actually get in right away. So it's not necessarily a one-to-one on how long your queue might be if you even have one at all. When picking a server, you do want to take a few things into consideration, mainly being if you have friends that you want to play with or a specific crew that you would like to join, and crews are the equivalent of guilds in this game, as neither of these go cross-server. So having a chat with your friends or a crew leader/members of it beforehand to get the server they're on is a must-have if this is important to you. Otherwise, literally it's whatever server sounds good to you and or is open. Once you create your initial character, you'll now notice you have a separate category in the region list for all of your characters, as you can make different characters on different servers. The only thing I'm personally not 100% sure of is if your IRL money, items, currency, and battle pass go between servers, as I personally haven't spent any money in the game. I'm going to hedge on the side of it doesn't go with you depending on what server you're on, as you do get a brand new UID per each server. So that is something though to keep in mind if you do plan on playing on multiple servers. And lastly, I did want to mention that the presets you can create before hopping into the game are account-based and not server-based. So you can make as many characters as you'd like within the character creation and then use them on whatever server you'd like to without worry. And y'all, that just about covers the basics of servers. Hopefully you can now confidently go in and pick the right server for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vid. Bye!